Is the matchup there. Number 1 in the country, Joey Bachman, out on the mat for Faith Christian. Dylan Britt for Bishop McCourt. The importance here, Britt had the ability to move away from Bachman had to present. Britt is a sophomore, 16-15 on the season. Joey Bachman, freshman, 28-0. As I mentioned, number 1 in the country. Britt on a head inside single. Gonna look to cut across the front side double, almost like a Bazigar, but he was down on his knees. You don't wanna have some momentum up on your feet before you start breaking your hands. And Bachman looking to knee pick there. Bachman attacking the left knee. He's going to go bottom leg cradle out of the situation. Finally secures the takedown. And Britt does a nice job getting belly down out of bounds. 1 minute to go in the opening period. 2-0 for Bachman of Faith Christian. Bishop McCourt 19-0 on the season. Faith Christian Academy 11-4. A little deceiving as they did a split squad the weekend of Walsh Ironman. Starters went out to Ironman. They had another squad and they took 3 losses on that weekend. Bachman with a headlock, and there's the fall. 129. Joey Bachman's got the Lions on the scoreboard, 6-0. Gonna have Clayton Waltonball. He was weighed in at 107 to give Faith Christian the flexibility. He's gonna come out to take the forfeit at 114. 12-0 for the Lions. .121, Bishop McCourt has to present. Lincoln Sludzanowski headed to the table. It's going to be Gage Botero for Faith Christian. Sludzanowski, a sophomore, 37-5 on the season. Gage Botero, junior, 20-1. Botero returning PIAA champion. He's been 3rd and 1st here in Hershey in the individual tournament. Right side hook, Sludzanowski pinching down on the elbow, Botero. Botero clears out. Head outside single. Botero wanted to make sure get his head up, hips in. Sludzanowski pushing forward, and they're out of bounds. Great defense there. 1:26 to go in the opening period. Gonna have highly ranked national guys up and down the lineup for both teams. Botero looking for a sweep single. Sludzanowski holding the 2-on-1, keeping that wrist lock. Doesn't allow Botero to take both hands to the leg. Botero coming into the weekend, ranked number 6 in the country. Did take a loss early in the weekend to number 11, Louis Gill of Reynolds. Gonna be quite the AA weight class. Sludzanowski, Botero, returning 2-time PIAA champion Aaron Seidel. Louis Gill won a title as a freshman. Definitely going to be one to watch here in Hershey on the AA side. As I mentioned, all those guys. Seidel's 5th, Botero 6th, Gill 11th in Flo's national rankings. Gonna get a stalemate, stops action, 33 seconds remaining. FloWrestling also has your PIAA rankings up on the site, both double and AAA here at 121. It goes Seidel, Botero, Gill, Landon Baney, returning state runner-up. Lincoln Sledzanowski checks in at 5. He's looking for the over collar. Scoreless to the second. Sledzanowski will defer his choice to period number 3. Botero into the defensive position to start the second. Botero committed to Michigan. Caution against Sledzanowski. Botero up to his feet. Turns back in. He's on the board, 1-0. Talked about the gamesmanship for Faith Christian there, winning the toss, being able to send Bachman, then having Waltenball available to take the forfeit at 114. They're without Cole David Heiser this weekend, injured in the semifinals at the Beast of the East. He's a returning PIAA medalist. He's looking forward to a possible return for the individual postseason. Double leg for Botero, has Sledzanowski lift to clear the mat, puts him down, extends his lead to 3-0. Sledzanowski up to his feet, isolating the hands, and is away for the escape. Faith Christian is your returning PIAA state champions. District 1 team champions this year, coached by Ben Clymer, assisted by Matt Wymoyer, Tom Hantz, and Brian Smith. Sledzanowski in the single leg. Botero attacking the wrist on the far side. Reverse grip for Sledzanowski on the leg. Botero trying to stuff the head. And now the takedown award and near fall being counted. As the near fall count starts, Sledzanowski floats his hips up over top. Both arms are trapped. And now Botero almost has like a finish to a double armbar. There's the fall. Right at the buzzer, the assistant referee is saying time was out. It's going to be 3 near fall. Would have been huge bonus points for Faith Christian. I looked at the clock just as the whistle blew. I saw nothing but zeros. Assistant official had the clock right in line. Deep tight waist for Botero. Sledzanowski fighting the left wrist. Botero keeping him in the pocket there as he dug the tight waist. Cross-face cradle for Botero. Sledzanowski staying on the hand, not allowing that to get locked. Western hook for Botero. It's going to be thought he was going to get to the tricep there. See a staple of this Faith Christian Academy team. They like to go far tricep, work a bundle series in combination with a cross-face cradle. Botero worked with Coach Clymer. He likes to call it an octopus bundle as he gets his legs a little more involved than most people as they run around the head with a traditional bundle. Botero looking crossface cradle. Sledzinowski doing a nice job fighting the hands, closing 52 seconds of the match. Big bonus point at stake here for Botero. He leads by 7. At what point is he going to abandon the turn and look for a takedown? As I say that, he gets on 1 count. I believe he got 2. I thought Sledzinowski was almost out of that 45 before the 2, but the 2 goes up on the board. Now Botero in major decision territory at 10-1. Bishop McCourt, your District 6 team champions. Howard Forrest head coach, assisted by Jack Bassett, Nestor Verona, Bill Bassett, Dave Faust, and Dan Baney. Gage Botero, 10-1 major decision, pushes the Faith Christian lead to 16-0. And it's going to be Faith Christian having to present first. They're going to present Dominic Reynolds. Coming out for Bishop McCourt is Jax Forrest. Jax Forrest currently ranked number 3 in the country at 126 pounds. Pennsylvania, weight class a little bit off. 107, 114, 121, 127. Now lightweights in Pennsylvania. Forrest, 41-1 on the season. Two takedowns up on the board, looking for a set of near fall. Dominic Reynolds, a sophomore, 7-7 for the Lions. 3 near fall goes up. And when you start looking at Forrest putting the points on the board, it's most certainly going to be looking for a fall, but those points can come into play if you get the tie-breaking criteria. Actually, as I say that, Pennsylvania wrestles 13 weight classes. So most bouts won is going to be your criteria. So disregard those match points being of utmost importance. Force adjusts on the crossface cradle. There's the fall. 1 minute, 12 seconds. The Crushers on the board with the fall from Forrest. £133. Mason Wagner on the mat for Faith Christian Academy, a sophomore, 19-7 on the season. He's taking on Mason Gibson for Bishop McCourt. Mason Wagner, 5th a year ago in the PIAA state tournament. Coming into the weekend, Mason Gibson ranked number 15 in the country, committed to Penn State. Mason is 35-5 on the season. a PIAA runner-up back in his freshman season in 2021. This was an interesting wrinkle in the game plan for Faith Christian. Mason Wagner's minimum wrestling weight is 136.22. He was not eligible for this 133-pound weight class until today, when you get the 2 pounds at Christmas time for the growth allowance, and then you put in the 2-pound allowance for 2 consecutive days of competition, this being the 3rd. Wagner looking for a Jonesy, has the closed whizzer locked in. Gibson able to slide the arm out. Wagner's transition to attack in the right ankle. As soon as Gibson presses forward, thought Wagner was going to try to pass. And the takedown awarded to Gibson, 2-0 up on the board. That'll do it for the first period. 2-0 into the second for Gibson. Thigh pry on the left. Deep claw on the right. And just a 1 count. Got the Faith bench behind me. They weren't happy about the slow count, as they felt swipe should have been going. Gibson trying to float his hips over the top. Wagner catching a half on the right side, 1-on-1 on the left. When you look at the national scene, Pennsylvania always excels in your mat wrestling. This Faith Christian team is second to none in the country with their top work. Gibson up to his feet. Wagner looking to trip. Gibson able to turn in and away, is away for the escape. 3-0 up on the board, 41 seconds remaining, period number 2. Throw by attempt by Gibson. Closing 10 seconds. Fireman's carry. Wagner able to get his hips down and away. Fends it off, and they'll head to the 3rd, 3-0 for Gibson. Wagner's choice. He's going to go underneath for the 3rd. Wagner up to his feet, Gibson. Lift and return. Deep tight waist with the left. Closing minute of the bout. 3-0 for Mason Gibson of Bishop McCourt. They trail 16-6. The bench for McCourt, they want them cutting them. Stall warning against Wagner on the bottom. He's pinching on the elbow on the right side. And it's Gibson never relinquished control. Assassin attempt. Closing 10 seconds about another stall warning against Wagner on the bottom. It'll put a point on the board for Gibson. Inconsequential 4-0 decision for Mason Gibson. It'll close the Faith Christian lead down to 16-9. Underway, 139 pounds. We got Bo Bassett, Bishop McCourt. He's taking on Armin Waltenbaugh for Faith Christian. Takedown on the board for Bassett. And right away, he's gonna come back out front. Snap and go behind Waltenbaugh, fighting back in. Threatened with the cradle, he's going to turn down. 4-1 on the board for Bassett. Bassett ranked number 2 in the country. Daniel Zepeda coming back down from 150 out in California, holds the top spot. Another takedown for Bassett. Bassett 43-0 on the season. Has a near side cradle locked up. Near fall being counted for Bassett. Looking to secure the fall. And to put this into context, there's the fall. 126. Armin Waltenbaugh is a PIAA state place winner as a freshman, 8-2 on the season. Bassett racks up several takedowns, secures the cradle and the fall. Waltenbaugh had been up at 152 prior to the descent to 139 for this weekend. 16-15 in favor of Faith Christian, headed to 145 pounds. Chase Hans on the mat for Faith Christian. He's a junior, 30-7 on the season. Sam Herring is a sophomore, 24-8. Sam Herring, number 15 in the country in the latest FloWrestling national rankings. Chase Hunt, a two-time PIAA qualifier, third place finisher a year ago, 139 pounds. "35 seconds remaining in period number 1. Still working through a feeling out process. That'll do it for period number 1. Scoreless to the second. Herring defers his choice to period number 3. Hans into the defensive position. Hans up to his feet, peels the hand, gets away for the escape. He opens the scoring. Both guys working the hand fight. Watch the thumbs of Hans. Has that thumb block on the shoulder, thumb block on the inside ties. It's really slowed Herring down from committing to an attack. Great positioning by Hans. Now we're going to see if either guy can find an opening. Elbow control to a drag. Herring mixing it up, trying to get through that thumb block. Now Hans passing the elbow. Herring easily able to step out of it. No discussion with the bench. Herring's going to make the decision to go underneath in the third. Quad pod stand. Herring was up to his feet. Started to peel the hands. Hans able to follow as he drags him back to the mat. Hans is going to get called for an early start. Herring up to his feet. Hans looking to go across the front and pick the ankle. Herring back up. Granby's on the return. Coming through with the pass. Toe hook for Hans. Not quite able to get it to a 45. Oh, he had Herring's feet in a bad position for Herring. He could have rode that out. He chose to clear the legs. Not the best situational wrestling there. But he has got the far ankle. Crossing over the 1 minute mark. Herring would be better off kicking away. a position that's got to be wrestled different when you're in the neutral position and when you're on the mat, top, bottom. Your selection process of what technique you want to use has got to change, especially in a 1-0 match. 55 seconds remaining in the bout. Herring up to his feet, working on the hands, and he peels it away. 36 seconds remaining in the bout, tied at 1. Single leg lift to clear the mat. Split defense for Herring. He goes backside double, catches the laces. Chase Hans with the 3-1 lead. Herring with the escape, 3-2. Look for an elbow control duck here. Hans just hand fighting, pushing away. He takes a huge 3-2 decision for Faith Christian Academy. Faith Christian 19-15 to 152. Gonna get Max Stein out for the lines of Faith Christian Academy. He's a junior, 30-7 on the season, taking on freshman Melvin Miller. Miller 45-2. Miller looking for a duck as Stein pressed forward. They're out of bounds. Melvin Miller, number 6 in the country at 150 pounds, using the NFHS weight classes. Melvin Miller currently atop the PIAA rankings done by Mason Lindemuth. He's over on mat 3 calling the AAA final between Easton and Bethlehem Catholic. They are tied at 8. Max Stein, number 9 in those rankings. He's committed to Penn. Dragged by Miller, gets to the hamstring, but he's going to run out of real estate before he can chase the leg down with the second hand. Closing 15 seconds of period number 1. Still scoreless between Miller and Stein. Stein, a two-time PIAA qualifier. He was 6th as a freshman at 132. just a qualifier 145 a season ago. Stein on the board with the escape. Shallow hook for Miller. It's actually Stein controlling that position, pinching down, trying to bundle the arms. At a stalemate, will stop the action with 1:24 to go in period number 2. Miller was on a single leg, reached up for the arm to go to an outside carry. Stein able to catch the arms, brought Miller up to a seatbelt position, has the arms bundled. Looking to ankle pick on the boundary line. One 0 to the third. And the escape for Miller will tie it at 1. 1:48 to go in the bout. The guy able to find an opening. Stein's had most success in the bundles situation. You gotta wonder if the boundary line there for Miller is what gave him the security to keep his feet planted there. Stein reached in. A lot of times you see guys, once they get bundled, they'll want to step in. Wants a hip toss position. Down to 113. Miller missing on the leg attack. Sweep single. Only one hand to the leg. Stein was able to post that wrist down on the mat. And Miller reaching across the front. Now he takes two hands to the leg. Stein using a toe hook on the outside. Miller has it lifted clear of the mat. Coming backside double as he was coming up to his feet. Now he's going to drop low, looking to cut across the front. Stein, masterful work on the wrist. Catching it as Miller's trying to go across. And it's going to be time. From my reaction time looking up at the clock, I certainly thought time had expired before the takedown. 1-1 sudden victory. Elbow control duck. Miller got to a double leg, but lost his footing, was down on his left hip. Great recovery, back up to his feet. Similar position where we saw the end of regulation. Ankle pick by Stein, has Miller in trouble, plants him on his back, trying to secure the fall. Big upset for Max Stein, he's trying to put bonus points up for the Lions. (22-15), Faith Christian headed to 160. Right away on the whistle, Kit Widemore in a double leg, looking to secure a near side cradle. Takedown awarded. He's taking on Devin Magro, Bishop McCourt. It's a number 2 versus number 3 matchup in the FloWrestling AA rankings at 160. Two-time champ Connor Hare is your number 1 ranked wrestler at the weight class. Widemore 14-1 on the season. He's a sophomore. Magro, a junior, 42-5. Switch for Magro. He's away for the escape. Magro committed to Brown. Widemore, your 3rd place finisher in the PIAA a year ago. The aforementioned Connor Hare was a semifinal opponent, dropped that semifinal 4-1 before coming back for the 3rd place finish. Over collar for Magro. Rear standing Widemore, fighting the hands, gets turned in. Single leg now for Magro. Locked high in the crotch. Was trying to head wheel at the beginning. Fought off by Widemore. 2-1 up on the board, 32 seconds remaining in period number 1. Left side hook, Magro throws it up, not able to take his right hand to the leg as they were finger fighting on the far side. Coach Ben Clymer talking about his right hand position. Magro underneath. Able to get away in the first. Widemore very tough on top. As I say that, Magro coming up for a reversal. Impressive work off the bottom. Widemore, one of the best guys in the state. Likes to work that bundle series. And right back, Widemore on top. Last year, Coach Clymer credited Coach Matt Widemoyer with bringing a lot of that series to the team. Definitely see the development within his son. Four up on the board after the escape for Magro. Left side hook, looking far knee blast. Outside carry attempt for Widemoyer, pinching down on the right elbow. Magro clears that elbow, dragging, not quite able to capture single leg. Great chain back and forth. Widemoyer popped the underhook up, was looking to leg attack on the boundary line, got himself extended. Widemoyer into the defensive position to start the third, tied at 4. Cross wrist Magro. And Magro's got to make an attempt to return. It's a little bit of a gray area. The bench for Faith Christian not liking the attempt, but you can't deny with that cross wrist. He was sagging his hips, looking to drag Widemoyer down. Widemoyer up, hip blocking, cross heel. And Magro's probably going to be best off just cutting. As I say that, Magro gets the big return, puts him down. Got to think this is a bout that has the potential to go ride outs. You don't want to pick up that stall warning. And as I'm talking about the different scenarios, Magro had a different idea with the reinforced bar, just 2-1 counts. Widemoyer early in the period was up to his feet almost right away. As long as he spent down the mat, turning back in, Magro has the cross wrist captured. Here's a reversal position. Watch the right foot of Widemoyer. As I say that, he's going to get chopped into another cross wrist tilt. It's going to be a 2 count. 2 near fall goes up on the board for Magro. 17 seconds remaining. Great work of sticking with it by Devin Magro. Widemoyer was up on his feet for the better part of a minute. Early in the period, Magro stuck with it, kept putting him back down, and finally a stall call goes against Magro down on the legs. Widemoyer's going to need a reversal with 8 seconds remaining. And he's rolling, coming up with a Granby. Magro, cool, calm, and collected in the position, holds the ankle, keeps it clear of the mat, picks up a must win for Bishop McCourt. 22-18. for Faith Christian, headed to 172. Faith Christian presenting first here. It'll be Nicholas Singer. He's a freshman, 16-8, taking on Owen McMullen, sophomore, 38-8. Owen McMullen checks in number 8 in the FloWrestling Pennsylvania AA rankings. Number 1 at this weight is Adam Waters of Faith Christian Academy, who we'll see wrestle up at 189. Returning PIAA state champion. McMullen head inside single. Singer sitting in the corner. Has the leg hooked. Breaks the lock of McMullen, and picks up the takedown. Right to work. Couldn't tell if it was an inside one-on-one. He was trying to half on the right on the far side. McMullen able to kick over and out of danger. Right back to the half, one-on-one. Singer getting a near fall count. And time. 2 near fall for Singer. He'll take a 4-0 lead into period number 2. Singer will defer his choice to period number 3. McMullen choose neutral to start the second. McMullen, little extended on the single leg, similar position for Singer, trying to lock up a near side cradle, has the ankle stepped over, takedown awarded, extends his lead to 6-0, right to work on the power half on the left side. Double boots coming in. Singer takes his legs out. Comes out to run the half. Full set of 3 near fall earned. Trying to adjust to pick up the fall. 3 minutes, 7 seconds. Nick Singer victorious by fall. (28-18) for Faith Christian Academy. 3 bouts remaining. Faith Christian has returning PIAA champion Adam Waters coming to the mat at 189. Waters currently ranked number 5 in the country at 175. He'll be taking on Conrad Pensiero. Pensiero, a freshman, 9-5 on the season. Waters to a hook, gonna drop in a single leg, locked high in the crotch. Backside, just collects the hip, secures the takedown. Pensiero gonna float his hips over top, get the reversal as Waters was looking to tilt. Boots in for Pensiero on the right side, and from the quad pot, he takes him out. Waters with the reversal. Put him back in the lead at 4-2. Near fall being counted with the cross wrist for Waters. Full set of 3 earned. 3 goes up on the board with 30 seconds remaining in period number 1, 7-2. Now Waters running a bar on the right side. Not quite able to secure a hook on the far side. Now he readjusts. Attack in the head. Fall for Waters. Ices the duel. (34-18) for Faith Christian Academy. They will be back-to-back PIAA state champions. Sophomore Jason Singer out for Faith Christian Academy. And it's Jordan Butler for Bishop McCourt. Butler is a senior, 28-10 on the season. He's pinched down on a front head. Singer trying to dump off the elbow control. On the right side now, drags out and they clear out of the tie. 1:33 remaining in the opening period. Singer, a sophomore, 30-9 on the season. Singer last year a PIAA 7th place medalist at 189 pounds. Right side hook, he's gonna sweep to the far side. (2-0) for Singer. Singer working with a cement job. Left hand across the back, right side shin hand. Near fall secured, all 3 in, trying to pick up the fall. 152. Jason Singer by fall at 215 pounds. 40-18 headed into the final bout. It's going to be a forfeit for Mark Effendian. 46-18 final. Faith Christian Academy, your back-to-back AA champions. Over on mat 3, Bethlehem Catholic has a 20-12 lead over Easton.